videos on graphing polynomial functions, and we have two definitions for you today. The first one is multiplicity, and that's the number of times a linear factor is repeated in factored form of a polynomial. So if you have something that factors to y equals x plus 2 times x plus 2 when you have them in the parentheses and you factored it out, that x plus 2 has multiplicity 2. Whereas if you factor something and it comes out to y equals x minus 7, x plus 1, each one of those are written once instead they have multiplicity once. So it's however many times you have that same thing in the set of parentheses in your factored form. The other definition is end behavior, and we have two limit statements. We have the limit of your polynomial as x approaches negative infinity. So what that means is as it goes this way, as you look at it this way on your coordinate plane, and the limit of your polynomial as x approaches positive infinity, which is as it goes this way on your coordinate plane. And it either goes up towards infinity or it goes down towards negative infinity, and we'll look at that when we talk about our VICs. What you want to ask yourself when it comes to these two limit statements is where are the ends going? So as you look at your graph, are your ends going up or your ends going down on either side?
Doesn't necessarily matter what happens in between, but the ends are the most important.
So for your VICs, we have this chart here, and this chart is really important. So we have either an even polynomial or an odd polynomial based on that degree of the first degree you have. Then you can either have a positive leading coefficient or a negative leading coefficient. So if you have a positive leading coefficient and an even polynomial, both of your ends are going to go up. So both your limit statements are going to go to positive infinity. If you have a negative leading coefficient and an even polynomial, both of your ends are going to go down or towards negative infinity. So this graph can do anything it wants in the middle here, but know that at the end, they're both going to end up going up. And this can do anything it wants in the middle here, but at the end, they're both going to go down. For positive leading coefficient, odd degree, the side going towards negative infinity goes down, and the side going towards positive infinity goes up. So this might cross here, cross here, cross here, cross here, and it's always going to start going down towards the left and up towards the right. And then negative odd is flipped. So instead of down to the left, up to the right, it goes up to the left and down to the right. And again, it can do anything it wants as long as the limit towards negative infinity goes up to infinity and the limit towards positive infinity goes down to negative infinity. And something to remember, because when we talk about multiplicity, if it has even multiplicity, so this depends on the multiplicity, if your polynomial in factored form has one factor that has even multiplicity, it's just going to kiss the x-axis and turn around. So it just touches it and then turns back around. Where if it has odd multiplicity, it's going to go straight through the x-axis. So odd multiplicity would go through, whereas even would touch and turn around. So something to help you remember that is don't kiss odd boys. So it's not going to kiss the x-axis. If it's odd, it's going to go through. So if even, it kisses. If odd, it crosses. And that depends on the multiplicity.